Jai Gurudev. Welcome to Connect with the Divine with Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda. Paramahamsa Vishwananda is an enlightened, God-realized spiritual master. His mission on earth is simply to open the hearts of mankind. And through his Bhakti Marga organization, he helps spiritual seekers to experience and cultivate a uniquely personal relationship with God. The Sanskrit word bhakti means love and devotion, and Bhakti Marga is the path of living and loving the divine in daily life. One way to do this is through chanting the name of God. This practice is also known as japam. Chanting is a very simple yet powerful practice that has been used for thousands of years. Ancient saints and yogis have called upon this power of chanting to calm the mind and to attain higher states of consciousness. Many different spiritual traditions use chanting as a way to connect more intimately with the source of life itself. Chanting the Lord's name invokes his divine presence, and chanting with love helps you realize him within your own heart. You will notice that Paramahamsa Vishwananda is using a string of 108 prayer beads called a mala. A mala carries the vibrational energy of the divine name and helps to keep track of the repetitions. Paramahamsa Vishwananda will come online in just a few moments, and when he does, he will invite you to chant along with him for approximately 15 minutes. After the chanting is finished, he will lead everyone in a short guided meditation to support Mother Earth. Once the meditation is finished, please sit quietly for a few moments to enjoy the effects of your japam. When Paramahamsa Vishwananda comes back online, he will give satsang by answering your spiritual questions and revealing timeless truths to help you rise above the challenges and fears of today's world. It is very rare to have such access to a living master. It is even more special to have the opportunity to learn directly from him. We hope you enjoy your connection with the divine.
Have you ever looked into the eyes of a spiritual master? Come and experience it for yourself. Look into the eyes of real, unconditional love and let it open your heart. Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda is a God-realized master who lives in constant union with the divine. He lives at a place in the heart of Europe. It is called the home of the Divine Mother. From here, he is now giving what is called darshan online so that everyone can benefit. Darshan means divine sight, but simple words cannot do justice to the incredible experience of seeing,
Jai Gurudev, everybody. So, welcome back. So, let's start chanting. Please chant together with me. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Narayanaya, Om Namo 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 Narayanaya. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Jagdev will do a little meditation. Firstly, I'll ask you to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And each time you exhale, drop your shoulder. This removes the tension from your shoulder. Now, close your eyes. Focus on your third eye. And with your hearing, with your ears, listen to your breathing. Inhale and exhale. Listen to it. Let your mind flow with your breathing. If you perceive that your mind is running away, let it run, but bring it back. Now, visualize on your heart level a ball of light. And let this light increase. Look deep inside this light. See your Ishtadev or any divine aspect which you feel close to. Feel the warmness of this light. Now bring this light to your forehead. Keep your focus upon the divine within it. Let your mind be focused upon that divinity. And let your mind be purified. Bring the light to your eyes, your right eye, then your left one. Let it be cleansed. Bring the light to your nostril, to your nose. Let it purify your right nostril, then your left nostril. Bring the light to your mouth. Let it purify your speech. Bring the light to your ears. Let it purify your hearing. Bring the light to your right arms and hand, then the left one. Let it purify your touch. Bring the light to your legs and feet. Let it purify your path. Bring the light back to your heart. See the divine looking at you and smiling at you. You are radiating the divine light throughout your body. Each pore in your body is radiating only this light and love. And pray that whoever come in touch with this light only perceived him through you. Whatever you talk only emerge from your consciousness that can uplift the others. Whatever people can see, only see his love for you. Chant with me. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Jai. Yeah, good day, everybody. So welcome back. So today is Thursday, the Guru Day, and then you all much love and blessing on this day. And yeah, so we'll go directly on the question because we don't have much time.
Dear Guruji, you have so many facets to your personality, but I find it hard to connect with all of them. Should my goal be to embrace all aspects of who you are, or just to focus on one aspect I feel closest to?
Well, you see, the Guru have a multitude of aspect, and to comprehend the Master is very difficult. So, in short, just take whatever aspect you feel close to, for you not to have confusion, to avoid the confusion, because that's what the Guru is here for. The Guru is here to eliminate the confusion which you have in your mind. But to comprehend the Guru, this is the thing. Very often, we try to comprehend the Master with a limited mind. Like you said in your question, the Master have many aspects. But what you have to take what is the Master giving you, for you, specifically, because this is the whole point of it, In chapter 4, verse 34 of Bhagavad Gita, like Krishna said in the Gita, in that verse, those who have eager for spirituality and want to grow spiritually, they must surrender to the feet of the Master. And not all kind of Master. It said surrender to the feet of the Master who have, surrender to the feet of the Master. He gave and explained how to surrender. Said prostrate yourself, with reverence and with dedication, to the Master. Through he shall impart to you that divine knowledge which he hold, which he dwell in. So when we see that verse of Bhagavad Gita, for sure, a devotee can't handle, because you see, how shall we approach the Master firstly? Like I said, with reverence and service to him. So reverence firstly means we prostrate ourselves, we humble ourselves, we come into consciousness that we have to be meek in ourselves to be able to serve the Master. We have to have that willingness also to accept what the Master is giving us. Because if we can't accept what the Master is giving us, we will never be able to grow spiritually. That's why many people, they find it difficult. They go to the Master with big expectation. And when the expectation is not met, of course they become bitter. It's not about the Master itself, but they can't see through their blindness. They can't perceive. Like it said, that with reverence you must inquire. It's another example where he said you should inquire, you should ask, you should be ready to accept what the Master will tell you, and ready to serve him. Service doesn't mean that you go and bring a gift to the Master and say, yes, I'm serving him. No, to be in tune with what the Master is giving you. That's the greatest service. To attune yourself for what the Master wants you to become. And as he hold that truth inside, that's what he will give. So what you deserve, you see, when you are asking this question, you are seeing only your own limitation. That's why you can accept only what you feel is right for you, which is not bad actually. First you have to start firstly with accepting somewhere something, but the Master is here to give something bigger and more, like in Bhagavad itself, Canto 11, chapter 3, verse 21, it says, surrender to the feet of your spiritual master who have knowledge and is God realized. He didn't say that you have to have only knowledge, because if you have knowledge, you become a professor. Many professors have knowledge, and many people, psychologists, can tell you about the scriptures and can tell you so many things about your life, But it's not about that. It's approaching the Guru, meaning also that what he holds inside of him, what is dear to his heart, which is the divine himself, that also he is ready to impart that to you. But are you ready to receive that? You see, very often we are stuck into a certain mental instability of things, In our mind, we are so unstable. We are unstable about our life. We are unstable about our things that we do. We are stable about so many things, and yet we think we know everything. We think that we are in control of everything. That is the state which human being is. So in Bhagavad, it's in Bhagavatam itself, when you see Arjun in chapter 1 itself, he's in such a state. Arjun was not a coward. He was a brave man who had fought so many wars before. But yet, when he was in the middle of the battlefield, he was confused. In chapter 2, verse 7, he said to Lord Krishna, this is the first time where he surrendered to Bhagwan himself and acknowledged that he is helpless. He said that I am confused about my duty. I don't know what is good for me. I don't know what to do in life. I think I knew about life, but yet I'm stuck into confusion. So I'm confused about life. And anxiousness and weak-heartedness have taken upon me. I take shelter up to you, for you know best what is good for me. Here, this is very important to note, you see, the acknowledgement that a disciple or a devotee doesn't know everything. That's what makes one take shelter to the feet of the Master. So the first acknowledge is that I don't know anything. And if I want to know something, I must learn it from someone who that knowledge flow through. So in life it's the same. You see, if you want to learn mathematics, you go to a professor which have mastered himself into maths. So like that, many feel in this world of matter and materialism, you go towards that field itself. But if you want to attain God, you have to take shelter to the spiritual master who is ready to transform you. You are like a diamond which is roughed first, but do you perceive that? So a diamond, when you found in nature, it is very roughed. It looked like a normal stone You can maybe walking on the street, you can kick it. You will not know about it. But for a germologist, the moment he perceives that, he will see that this is a jackpot. So the same way, the Guru have multitude of aspect. Of course, due to your limitation, you will never be able to take all the aspect of the Guru into consideration. But what the Guru perceived inside of you, the Guru perceived that deepness of spirituality which you hold inside. And that's what he wants to awake. So for sure, due to your limitation, of course, due to the mind, try to comprehend it in a finite way, it is very difficult to take all the aspect of the Guru and follow all the aspect of the Guru. So what is best for you? Just take whatever you feel comfortable with and feel pleased with, as long as it helps you to grow. Take that aspect of the Guru and grow with it. Not just stay stable, but you should grow. Because if you stay stable, then it becomes useless. So take the aspect of the Guru, remove all the confusion inside of you, and grow spiritually.
Jai Gurudev, dear Guruji, what can we practically do to become humble? Or is it just a mental process of forgetting ourselves? This is very hard for me.
You see, humility is not something that you can just go there and buy it in the marketplace, To be humble, firstly, you see, the attitude that we have towards life itself and towards ourselves and towards others is very important. Because in life, we like to be in control of everything. Everybody like to have a certain power. Now, everybody like to be heard. Very few people really listen. So one aspect, of spiritual master, who have had darshan of Bhagwan himself, they attain to the quietness. They keep quiet because they like just to listen. Because people who like talking, it's like an empty barrel who make lot of noise. They talk, but the words are empty. So to become humble is not the show of the outside. Very often people put a show of the outside to be humble. No, it is your mental and intellect attitude. If inside of you, you are calm, you are meek, you are humble, you don't need to be in a show of the outside. So humble of the outside doesn't mean much. It is the humility of one heart, The humility of the heart means that we perceived and realize that what is inside of me is also inside of everyone. It is the same Lord which preside everywhere. So once we come to that knowledge, so why should we become arrogant? For what? Everything that you take in this world will stay here. You're arrogant for you take pride into your wealth. You take pride into your beauty. You take pride into how people flattered you. That don't bring you anywhere. Today people flattered you. Tomorrow the same people who flattered you will dagger you. You take pride into your wealth. Today you have wealth. People will swamped around you. They will call you friends. They will call you family. Tomorrow you don't have anything. Where is these friends and where is their family? The wealth don't stay forever. When you die, you will leave everything here. Your name, fame, glory, beauty, all this fade with time. And you don't know when death will knock at your door. It will take everything in split of second away from you. I'll tell you, somebody sent me a video. Can you bring my phone, please? Of three men walking on the street. They're walking normal. There's a camera. They're walking, talking, whatever they were doing. And everything seems calm. Just in a split of second, a lorry came by the corner road, rushing over, crushed them. And you see the lorry falling upon them and they all died. How quickly life can depart from you, and yet you hold upon such arrogance and pride. There is something that I would like to read, of one lady, and how wonderful she put it. It is it is from a lady who was a famous, how do you call it? A famous stylish. She was famous, and she got cancer. Just before she died, she wrote this beautiful note. And it is beautiful because it reminds that this world, everything that is happening here is passing by. And this world, you are here to humble yourself. And humility is not a weakness, because very often people think that if I become humble, I am weak. No, actually, humility is your strength. It is, you know how big strength you must have inside of you to bow down even in front of the master. You can see that in the spiritual people, I see that in my devotee itself, because everybody like to be very proud and very grand and very powerful. Nobody want to bow down. But you see that in the devotee. The devotee are ready to bow down, to fall flat on their face. And this is the strength of bhakti itself. So I will read this note, It's a note written by the world famous fashion designer, blogger and author Kiraje Ida Humano. I never met her, I don't know her, she's in heaven, wherever she is anyway. A note written before she died of cancer. So she wrote, "The most expensive brand car in the world is in my garage, but I have to sit on a wheelchair. My house is full of all kinds of design shoes, expensive things, but my body is covered with a little bit of the hospital. Bank account has my money, but I don't care about that money anymore. My house is like a palace, but I am lying on a bed in the twin size of the hospital. From a 5-star hotel to another 5-star hotel, I used to travel, but now it's my time to go to another test from a hospital exam. I have given hundreds of people, and today I have given autograph to hundreds of people, and today the doctor's prescription is my autograph. I have 7 beautician for my hair. Today I have no hair on my head. I could fly wherever I wish in private jet, but I need 2 people to go to the hospital balcony. Even though there are many food around the world, 2 pills a day and few drops of saline at night. This house, this car, this jet, this furniture, so many bank accounts, so much reputation, and such fame is nothing. Nothing can help me. None of these can give me a little bit of comfort. Only you can give the face of some favorite people and their touch. There's nothing more true than death. You see, when death comes, everybody have to face the reality. So be careful those who are still wasting their priceless human life, time, by running behind money. After death, he will not go with a single voice. You are the best of all of you. So you see, we run behind name, fame, glories, and all these things of the outside. Then we miss the opportunity which life has given us, And that opportunity is to realize yourself, to attain the feet of Bhagwan himself. And life have given such an opportunity to everyone, even in the most simple way. You don't need to come to that level to realize it. Sometimes people need a good smack from nature to realize how wonderful is life, how important is life, and what the Guru is giving to the people itself. Because people choose to be in the blindness of their ignorance. So if you sit in arrogance and pride, that will not lead you anywhere. So try your best to be in your heart, and be humble. Humbleness, like I said at the beginning, is not that you go to the market and buy it. It's something that naturally will awake inside of you. Jai Gurudev.